Whoa there, speed demons. Welcome back to Half Minute Hero, the second coming. Before we go too far on this next continent, let's go ahead and take a check back in on Brave Kingdom. And so the jail we came out of is now a new global dungeon for us to check out. Also, all the food in this area costs 100 gold. You know, if you're in the middle of a quest, that's maybe not so bad, but having it coming out of your pocket money is something else entirely. That's a lot of money down the drain. There's nothing else really to see around here. No hidden metals secreted away, nothing like that, so really there's just the global dungeon to check out. There's 4 treasure chests. One of them contains an herb, and the other 3 all contain items. Now, the top middle chest, it's hidden behind a door that you have to fulfill something to unlock it, but I don't know what it is that you have to do to unlock it, because, well, I already have it done. So, you know. Either way, in the chest we find a frozen key, which, well, won't really come in handy until later. We also find a gentleman's wand, our first staff, and a stone spear, our first polearm. Well, I suppose the wooden stick counts too, but that's not really a polearm. Yeah, I don't know what opens that gate up, but I'm gonna grind here for a little bit and make a quick cut. Yep. Some guy from Brave Kingdom hit on me. Wonder who that could have been. And so with us stripped down to just our skivvies, it's a good thing we've got two of our allies here to help us out. Ultros is new to us, but Guy's an old face. Ultros is an excellent party member, but, well, he'll actually keep us from progressing if we haven't rescued Rena. Which you may remember they're talking about this strange snowman to the east, or west. Well, hey, look who it is. So with Rena in our party, we can actually head straight on to the Evil Lord, but, well, with us being so under-equipped, we're really not ready to take him on. Still, we do have a chance to pick up an encyclopedia, which will allow us to throw the book at our enemies. And so, if we rush back over to the old man and give him his new clothes, we should be able to get a new piece of armor out of it. With the magma armor in hand, the magma plate, the avalanche... Uh-oh, I forgot. Let's try that again, shall we? So, with the magma plate in hand, we no longer have to worry about avalanches. I haven't managed to get hit by any so far, but it's nice to not have to worry about it. Still, we do have a little bit of work to do to get up to the Evil Lord's level. After all, he's not going to be a pushover. Still, with the strong enemies on the east side, we should be able to take him out no problem. Hopefully Yashu isn't going to do anything he's going to regret. Still, with all our equipment back, it's now's a pretty good time for you to go ahead and re-equip yourself. Walking around with no shoes on just really isn't the way to do business. You can go ahead and reform your party as well, since after your allies all got snowmanned, well, they aren't going to reform themselves. We still don't have enough to get an next reward. We'll need 6 more titles for that, but I'll be doing my best to keep on top of them as they become available. Oh, this is another fine mess you've gotten us into, Yashu. Let's go save him from himself. Do you like ice physics? Oh, you're in for a treat. This level, especially the first or second time you do it, can be a little bit tricky just because, well, trying to figure out where exactly you're going or how you're doing it, especially on the fly when you've got a time limit, can be a little bit difficult. Still, there are quite a few chests around to grab, and there's a lot of pretty good equipment in them, so it's in your best interest to go ahead and figure those out. On the second floor is, well, even more ice, but also some more chests. The pricey herb will overwrite the regular herb, even though, well, functionally it doesn't do anything different. Nothing over that way, by the way. Probably the biggest problem you'll run into is if you're trying to collect all the items as you're going along, money to keep rewinding time is going to become pretty dear. Ah, found Yashu. And yep, passed him right by. Okay, like I said, found Yashu. Sounds like Yashu's gone off the deep end. Right now, Yashu just can't stand up to us, but that's kind of a shame. He'd be a powerful ally, but Well, his heart's been twisted by Reaper Lord Lamde. There's 2 more chests I still need to pick up. One of them is the herb on the bottom floor that I wasn't able to grab because, well, I already had one. The other one is a chest that was far off to the right side of the first floor, but the only way to get to it is by dropping through, well, some holes in the floor. Another Angel Diary, which, once again, won't be seeing that much use until, well, shoot, darn near the end of the game. But while I'm here, might as well go ahead and grab this other herb for another title. By opening every chest and taking every item, you unlock another title. There's another one for falling down holes repeatedly, but, well, I'm not too worried about that one at the moment. I do want to grab enough gold to go ahead and rewind time one more time. It can be a little tricky figuring out just how you go north, but just avoid all the cracks and you'll be set to go. Reaper Lord Lamde can use his Dystopia move to summon all the zombies that he had in the first game, but luckily, he still goes down just fine. This global dungeon still has quite a few things I won't be able to access quite yet, so we'll come back later. Please join me next time.